Mom. Dad. Juliet. Neve. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a late Friday night edition of Friday Pancakes.
But still Friday.
Still Friday. By the time this goes on the internet, it will still be Friday.
Yeah, exactly. So.
We had a crazy night. I blame the Wilderness for being such a good soccer team that sometimes, unfortunately, you can't get it in.
The net?
The pod.
The pod.
How dare you? How dare you? We always put it in the net. Sometimes. Not most of the time, but sometimes. Yeah, okay, so welcome back, everybody. This is 4 weeks in a row. We are on 1 month straight since we...
It's the last skipped a pod.
Last skipped a pod, which is pretty good. It's crazy how fast it knocks back up again, hey?
Yeah.
Like, it was so disappointing. We went on our 10-week run, and then I had a nose job. Shout out to Oprah. I love the new nose.
It makes it sound like Oprah gave you a Make-A-Wish.
I love you, Oprah. And now we're back up to a month. So, yeah. How's it going, Mom?
Yeah, it's been going good. I would have not minded to pod yesterday, but I felt rough yesterday. I was not feeling very well.
That's fair. We have been drinking a lot since the... bachelor party. There's just a mountain of booze.
It's not that we've been like drinking a lot. It's just that like every night, like I'll have a beer or two, and then we just had like a concoction of leftover booze.
Yeah, it was just everything.
Which is what it was. So I was like, oh, I want a beer or two, and it ends up being like a beer, a cider, a ale, and a gin.
Yeah.
And then like it's not the amount of drinking, it's the mixture.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining, but there has been it's like you just are sitting there with, like, we had, like, I want to say, like, 80 cans of something.
There was a lot of cans,
so we're almost done. We're not there yet, but we're almost done, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what happened this week. This week has kind of been a mishmash of a week, to be honest with you.
Has it?
I think so. I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, my toe exploded. So I've just been limping around until
yesterday. It sounds so
yesterday.
dramatic when you say my toe exploded.
Well, it did. It just like blew up and inflamed out of nowhere.
It got swollen.
Okay, so for the listeners, I'm not sure what I did. I was playing soccer on Saturday night and I toe punted the ball, so it's possible it was that did it. But then also, again, going back to the theme of we've had a lot of beers. Like we said, it's not that we've been drinking a lot. It's just like we've had a drink every day since, kind of thing. And I've also eaten a lot of hamburgers lately. You made a steak, and then all of a sudden my joint blows up in my toe, and it's like there's a legitimate shout for gout, even though gout happens in a different joint of the toe, but it has all those, like, all the things that I was reading. I was like... It's like, if you've been drinking too much, stop alcohol. If you've had too much sugar, I always have tons of sugar. If you had red meat, if you've been on, like, a lot of hamburgers, and I'm like, I don't think it's gout, but I don't know what it is. I think it could have just been
I don't think you've eaten that many hamburgers recently, have you?
I mean, I usually have one every Tuesday before work.
Yeah, that's once a week. It's not like you're just, like, eating nothing but hamburgers.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not like Pizzagate.
Oh, man, Pizzagate.
Pizzagate is, probably a month of your life or two?
I think it was about 3 weeks, to be
3 weeks?
exact.
Okay. 3 weeks. Probably, like, in the early to middle of our relationship, Derek just decided to go on a Pizzagate and ate nothing but frozen pizza for 3 weeks.
Okay, well, Pizzagate, first off, we're not referring to the QAnon pedophile Pizzagate. That's what Pizzagate is. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, you didn't know what Pizzagate is?
No.
So, like, QAnon has, like, you know how there's always the shouts of, like, child sex rings around the world, right? So there's one about, like, Hillary Clinton and all the members of the American Democrats, and a whole bunch of them are in on, like, a child sex ring, and that it was out of, like, this pizza place. And there's all this
I was like, where does pizza fit into this?
And there's all this deep dive into it. You could watch the YouTube conspiracy. It was dumb, but basically this dude came to the conclusion that this one pizza place was like there's children underneath it. So he went in there and started shooting a gun and all this stuff, and it was like, there's kids in here, and there never was. So that's
I literally never heard of that.
Oh yeah, Pizzagate's like one of the, like, when you talk about wacko conspiracies, right away you could be like, well, there's Pizzagate where the guy thought that the pizza place was for pedophiles.
I can confirm we're not talking about the same Pizzagate.
Yeah.
This is the Derek eating nothing but frozen pizzas for 3 weeks Pizzagate.
What happened was this was over COVID. Like,
yeah,
this is when we were all in our small
early
groups,
relationship.
and so we would always go over to Connor's house. And Connor one time had a spread of 3 different pizzas. There was like DiGiorno,
Casa di Mama,
and what's that other one? It's got the little Italian dude on it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
But and they were all 3 different. It wasn't like 3 pepperoni pizzas, different brands. They were like all different pizzas from different brands, and they were all really good. So I was like, in that moment, and then Dax and him were talking about really good freezer pizzas. So in that moment, I was like,
it's your mission.
I'm going to go on a quest to discover what the best freezer pizza.
Your conclusion.
Well, okay, so just for the record, I didn't eat only pizza. I would just eat 1 a day, maybe 2 a day. Okay?
That's a lot of pizza.
I agree. That's
an excessive amount of pizza.
And so, like, what ended up happening was I obviously was working out a ton. Like, even more because it was over COVID. So I wasn't, like, gaining any weight or being like, oh my God, I'm fat and pizza. But I was fat and pizza on the inside.
On the inside.
And so my freaking joints were, like, inflamed and sore. And I swear I got, like, inflammatory arthritis. And it was bad. Like, it hurt for me to do stuff. And then within like 3 days of stopping pizzas, I just was normal again.
And that's why you don't eat nothing but freezer pizza.
Yeah, that's all a little awkward. You know, a little surprising thing that happened to me yesterday?
What?
So I had work for 12 hours. I get off work and I have soccer. So I had to get a quick bite. And I was like, you know what? I just need something quick. I'm going to get have you had the sweet chili McChicken from McDonald's?
I have not, no.
Okay, it's the McChicken. They just put sweet chili sauce on it.
Yeah.
So it's really good. But I also had a thing that if I get anything from McDonald's on the app, I get a free hamburger from there.
Yeah.
Would you believe I've never had a hamburger from McDonald's?
What?
Yeah.
Never?
Never.
They're so good.
I've had a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
I think it's the quarter pounder once.
Yeah, you've had that with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made you try it.
I tried the new one, the Big Arch.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it at all. But outside of those 2, and I think I've maybe had them twice, like 2 or 3 burgers.
You never had a Big Mac either?
Never had a Big Mac.
Crazy.
Never had any of this cheeseburger or any. Never had them. And then yesterday I tried the hamburger because it was free.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It's so good, right?
Oh, I could eat those. Like, I think I could eat 10 of those.
They're awesome.
Okay, probably for me, I probably could have 1 and a half.
Yeah.
But they were amazing.
Yeah, you always overestimate how much you can eat.
Yeah, I think 1 and a half.
For 1 and a half, yeah. But no, I love I like the cheese, so I have the cheeseburger all the time. No onions, 3 times the amount of pickles.
I'm no cheese and no pickles.
That's why we work together.
Yeah, because if we went to the same place, they'd be like, there's not enough pickles and cheese for everyone. And all the onions are gone too.
But yeah, McDonald's hamburgers / cheeseburgers are great.
Yeah, that was out of left field. I wasn't even planning to tell her that.
Yeah.
They were so good that I was today like, should I just go and get like 3 or 4 cheeseburgers?
That's the thing. They're addictive.
Yeah, and they're so small. That's the thing. You always want more.
Yeah. I actually, to be fair though, those cheeseburgers and hamburgers, they're not like that bad.
Yeah.
Like compared to the rest of the menu at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's
like they're not that bad. I think they're like something like 420 calories or something.
Especially okay, like the cheese, the Kraft Singles cheese is just not.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's gross, but yeah, like basically, so like the meat itself with a bun and ketchup, like out of all the bad shit they do there, that's got to be some of the most real stuff.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the bun isn't the best, but like, I don't know, it's not deep fried. Right?
No.
Like, they don't deep fry the burgers.
No.
Whereas all the chicken's deep fried.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, so I think I'm recommending now, Derek's recommendation for the week, get out and try the McDonald's hamburger. It's worth a go.
Or cheeseburger if you're a normal person who likes Kraft singles.
Yeah, if you're gonna, you guys all probably have some weird plastic gizzard in you that I don't have.
Do you know what's really weird though? Is you claim that you're allergic to Kraft singles.
Yeah.
But what's one of your favorite go-to meals if you have to cook?
Kraft dinner. Yeah,
Is that not the same stuff?
No, it's not.
Don't lie.
Well, okay, I will. No, I'm not going to defend it and say it's cheap. I would argue that Kraft singles is very high quality plastic, but very low quality food. Okay, whereas I don't think KD cheese is any. It's not even in the realm of cheese. It's
not even the realm of food.
It's just pasta with yellow flavor.
It's like toxic looking, like glow in the dark kind of powder.
I don't get why you're coming at me just because I love Mac. It's Canadian, you know that? Like that.
Kraft is Canadian, yeah.
You want to come into this country as a citizen or as get your passport here. They're gonna be like, eat 2 spoonfuls, and you'll be like, fuck that, mate.
I would eat it if it was the deluxe Kraft dinner.
That's disgusting.
It's not. It's actually really good.
So gross. Like I would rather.
How is that gross? But you're like cheese dust powder that you put into water and it magically becomes cheese sauce. How is that not gross?
No one eats Kraft dinner thinking it's cheese.
Do you know what grosses me out about Kraft dinner is when you don't eat the whole thing and you put it in the fridge and then you take it out the fridge and it's just all like one mass of Kraft.
That's all pasta.
Yeah, I know, but it's gross when it's KD.
The one that I think is the funniest is they've now done they've changed it up so much. So there used to just be Kraft dinner, right? Like macaroni. And then they started to spice it up a little and they changed the flavor. So there's sharp cheddar, triple double, all that. And now they have so many different noodle
flavors
types. Shells
noodles.
versus spirals. And I'm a sucker for the spirals myself, personally.
I like a spiral, yeah.
Yeah, it's who I am.
Wait, like macaroni spirals or like fusilli spirals?
Fusilli spirals.
Is that how you say it? Fusilli?
Fusilli.
You're Italian, you should know this.
That's fusilli.
You know, your Italian ancestors would spit on you if they knew that you like Kraft dinner.
I think in Italy they spit on you if they like you. So thank you, ancestors. Yes. Should I open my mouth?
What the?
Oh, Jesus! You got it right down the throat there, Uncle Charles.
Uncle Charles.
No,
it should be a Italian name.
Oh yeah.
Mario.
Luigi.
The only two Italian names you know.
Name 2 other Italian names. Gianluigi. Oh, there's still Luigi. Marco and
Polo.
Parmigiano. Okay, so I was
anyway.
I was walking Nuo.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a thing.
Okay.
So I was walking Nuo.
Today?
This is the other day.
Okay.
And this lady, she's comes by with her dog, and she's like, "This is my dog Spot." I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "Do you know why I call him Spot?" "Why do you call your dog Spot?" "Because he has a spot on him." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Cool.
That interaction actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that it just made me think of that. Yeah, it's always old people that it's the most obvious name for the dog.
Yeah. And
then there's some grandpa come by and he has his black and white dog, and I'll be like, "This is my dog Oreo. You want to know why I call him Oreo?" "Oh, why, sir? Why do you call him Oreo?" "Because he's black and white, like an Oreo." And you're like,
Inventive.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And then there'll be some old lady, and she'll be like, "I got my dog Snowy. Do you know why he's called Snowy?" And you're like, "Why is he called Snowy, ma'am?" "Well, because he's white like the snow." And then there's another one come up, and she'll be like, "My dog's named Pussy Licker. Do you want to know why the dog's named Pussy Licker?" And you're like, "Why is your dog named Pussy Licker?" And she'll go, "Because he licks the pussy willows in the morning."
Was that the joke that you were goodness. I'm glad you find yourself funny. I really am.
That was a good one.
I think it's like part of the law that when you become a dad, you have to start telling dad jokes.
That's not a dad
That was
joke.
the biggest dad joke.
That's a well thought out joke. Look, I even put it down there.
Do a bit about dogs named Spot or Oreo and pussy licking. Wow. Your creative mind has no bounds.
Outside, but that actually, the first interaction with the woman that was like, "I don't know why my dog's name's Spot."
Actually happened.
Oh,
that's what inspired the joke.
Yeah, that's what inspired it. And the whole time, like, as I was walking away after, I was just like, I kind of assumed your dog was named Spot after the giant spot on him, especially after you went, "I don't know why his name's Spot." I'm like,
I can probably take a guess.
Is it because he's all black?
You should. When you first started telling the story, I thought you were saying she was defensive, being like, "This is my dog Spot," you know, like get out of here. I'm like, why is some old woman coming at you? Or you just like parked in her backyard. Yeah, that's not where I expected that to go.
No, not many people would have. Oh, that's very
surprise factor. 10 out of 10. Quality of joke. 6 out of 10.
Okay, I'll take a 6 out of 10.
It's above a 5.
Yeah, that's like that. It actually did make you laugh.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
More, yeah. More in a like for fuck's sake Derek way, but okay, I'll give that to you.
Okay, so I have a bit of a thing that I gotta. I think this might actually take some heat from some of our friends here.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I'm sick at. I think one of my biggest pet peeves is YouTubers that their career is commenting on other YouTubers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know this because I've watched them for a bit. I got in this weird loop with like Penguin Zio and all these other guys where they like their whole thing is they just kind of sit there and comment on people doing stuff. And so the reason I'll take heat is because like Penguin Zio and stuff, I know a lot of the people that listen to this like him.
Right.
So he kind of bothers me. But the one that I'm going to refer to is this guy named Minute Miniman. And his name's Milo, and he's. Do you know who Graham Hancock is?
Nope.
Okay, so Graham Hancock, I have his book over there. He's one of the people that's like, Atlantis, or he believed that Atlantis was real, and a cataclysm happened that basically civilization got wiped out.
Right.
Like kind of like there was a prehistoric civilization, which I do believe too. But what he believes is that there was basically like a master race, air quotes, that had all these technologies of like agriculture and like a whole bunch of things that civilizations start off with.
Right.
Or that civilizations that we have started having. And so his whole thing is like all about that. And then there's this guy that when he did Graham Hancock did Ancient Apocalypse on Netflix.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then this Milo guy comes out and he's an actual archaeologist. So I'll give him this. He's actually, I've watched his YouTube and I do like him. He's interesting because he's an archaeologist. But if you look at his YouTube career, he was literally no one.
Yeah.
He comes out and makes like this whole like basically disc track about Graham Hancock's Ancient Aliens, like episode for episode.
Yeah.
Graham does an hour, he does an hour and a half. Some of them he does 2-hour-long things on them. And then he tries to continue having a career, making videos about just like, he's like, I want to do this to make real archaeology. Come follow me. He just dies, like stops getting all the views. Now Graham Hancock has his season 2 coming out, and he's all of a sudden, literally, his things are like, I'm back, and Graham, you think you can do this? I'm gonna debunk all of it and prove you wrong again. And I'm like, dude, that's so weak that your actual thing is like you're only famous by this one specific person going at him. That's what I don't like.
I honestly think it's just super lame.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess when you're in that kind of social media centered world, you have to do the videos that bring the money in, though.
It is true. I guess that's a good point. Like, if our thing is like, I don't know, like if I'm making all my views from like chirping Joach, And I'm like, and then it's
Fuck
like,
you, Joach.
fuck you, Joach, you son of a bitch with your nice freaking face and swagger. And always looking swagged out. Joey is one of the better dressed guys. I like his swag.
His swagger.
But if I'm like, if my whole thing is dissing up Joey, and then all of a sudden I'm like, but my diss is this one time, but this gets the most views or listens.
You have to come back and do it more.
Everything goes back. Yeah, you're probably gonna be like, oh, my money's in that, so I'm just gonna keep dissing up Joey's swag.
Exactly. You're just dissing up Joey's swag.
You see how swaggy this punk ass bitch is?
I'm just that swag.
I was thinking, should we do some caveman poetry? But I was thinking we just do 3. We don't do it like the round. We just do a little like.
Oh, do 3 and then refer people back to our.
Yeah, episode.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
so
thinking.
we should totally do that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, do you want me to introduce it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Derek was a wanderer the other day, and he picked up a game by the same people that do the like exploding kittens, and this one's called, what's it called? Poetry for Neanderthals.
It's actually pronounced Neanderthal.
Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Poetry for Neanderthals. And it's a really fun game. We have played it twice now. The first time we played it, and then the second time we played it was on a podcast that we released on Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. And that's a whole, like, we do three or 4 rounds of it.
Yeah, we actually play the full game, so it's like well the real game is you have a bonker and stuff, but I thought it'd just be a fun little thing every once in a while to do a random little cave or poetry, Neanderthal poetry.
Neanderthal poetry.
Okay, so do you want to go first because you're actually good?
What side are you gonna do?
Doesn't matter, just.
Okay. Okay. So how the game works is you have these cards, like prompt cards, that are like current, what is it, pop culture?
This one's pop culture. My only issue with all this stuff is I'm the opposite of pop culture unless
you don't
it's
know
sports.
anything.
And even within sports, I only know like soccer, a little basketball, hockey.
Yeah, so the aim of the game is you have to describe what's on your card only using 1-syllable words, and you can't say like words that are in the card.
Yeah, so like say you had like the Titanic's your word, you'd be like big
boat
sink ice water. No, I
No,
can't.
you can't say what. Derek's really bad at this game, as you can tell.
So I just want to say for the record, Neve's really good, and I'm bad on both sides. So it's not just my trying to get you to guess. My guesses are bad. So I apologize in advance to Neve, and you guys listening too, I guess, but mostly Neve. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. Film. Yeah. Me like good scare.
Amityville Horror.
Slash.
Slash The Shining.
Neve.
Campbell. Oh, Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Woo!
Okay, 2.
We're not on the clock, just so you know. We're just.
Oh,
doing
okay, we're just
poetry.
doing
Yeah,
it. Okay. Is Big War.
World War II. The Peloponnesian War.
TV.
Oh.
And bad. And bad.
TV and nuclear war?
Snow.
Snow TV.
Big wall. Iceman.
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to say that word. I don't want to talk about that show because it ended so poorly.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not going to know. We're just going to stay here the rest of the night in silence and think of how poorly that show ended.
Okay.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Okay.
See, this is tough.
Oh, okay. Me band like.
Charlotte.
Also, no, that's 2 syllables. Fuck.
Good Charlotte?
No.
Oh, Green Day.
When have I ever told you I like Good Charlotte?
Well, Neve has a fetish for Good Charlotte. What's the lead singer? What's the lead singer's name?
I don't know. I don't listen to Good Charlotte.
You love him.
I don't know where Good Charlotte came from. I've never ever said I listen
Girls
to Good Charlotte.
don't like boys. Girls like cars and money. That's why I drive a Corolla. You know that, right? To get the girls, you must drive a Corolla.
I don't know what type of girls you're trying to get.
And these girls like Corollas, and these boys drive Corollas.
You're an idiot. I give up on this one.
Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. What was it?
The Deer Hunter.
Oh, I would never have guessed that.
No, probably not.
Okay, here's my side. Ready?
Yeah.
Drug man.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Space man time.
Doctor Who. Rick and Morty.
Spaceman time film.
Oh, Doctor Strange. Is that his name? Doctor Strange?
Is this one syllable? Let me think. Is this one syllable? Matthew McConaughey. Is that one syllable?
It's definitely not one syllable.
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay, this is separating out the words into separate syllables does not make them one syllable words.
Girl.
Don't like car.
Girl like car money. Girl don't like car. Girl like car money.
Car cash.
Car cash. No.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
I'm trying to think of. So I suck at every.
This is why they time it.
Yeah, I know, but we're doing this so that I can practice.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys, just so you guys know, if you listen to our other one, we'll release where we actually play.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough on my end, to say the least.
Very.
I'll go back to this one. Bart.
Simpsons. That was so easy.
Queen.
Elizabeth. Bridgerton.
We rock you.
Oh, We Will Rock You. Bohemian Rhapsody. Killer Queen.
Me. No snoo snoo.
I Want to Break Free. We know Snoo Snoo?
Me.
I don't...
Aspire. I don't know.
what on earth was that?
Don't Stop Believing.
Where did We Know Snoo Snoo come from?
I just gave up. I had nowhere to go, so I just was...
We Know Snoo Snoo?
Wait, is Don't Stop Believing's Journey, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not even a Queen
Don't Stop Believing. Okay, well, that concludes our first ever round
of
of
really bad
Poetry for Neanderthals. I hope next week when we play, Neve will have a bit more passion. You can tell Neve knows how to play.
It's definitely my passion that's the problem in this scenario.
Well, you're better, but you just can do it. I suck, but you can feel the passion in when I'm...
You're trying. You're trying.
I call it passion.
You're nothing if you're not a trier.
So we're going to a Halloween party.
Party.
Tamara. What are you dressing up as?
I am dressing up as the one, the only Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Oh hell yeah! Your costume's real good.
It's not that good. It's all right. Don't oversell it right now.
I think it looks great. I think you look like Rhea.
Oh yeah, I guess it's just stuff that I had in my closet though. It's not like I.
Yeah, but that's like I don't know. I'm pretty sure Rhea just has her clothes in her closet too. So like,
Yeah, it's probably true. She probably does have her clothes in her closet.
Imagine you go to her house, she's just like, no, closet's safe for her. I never
All of
use
her clothes
closet.
are just on the floor, laid out.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna go as Primetime Gilbert Furious.
Yeah.
Well, actually, sorry, Primetime Gilbert Furious is just gonna show up. I don't know who he is, but I won't be there. But I'm sure Primetime will.
Primetime Furious is.
So here's my only issue with going as Primetime.
Right.
Primetime, part of his deal is he wears a lot of fake tan. But I fear that if I do fake tan too much, I might be thought as his blackface.
No, I feel like if you fake tan too much, you're gonna leave fake tan marks all over Steph Cooper's house.
Her house is so white.
Yeah.
Nothing not white. Well, I'm torn between fake tan and tons of Vaseline or both.
Yeah, again, the Vaseline and sitting in somebody's place.
Yeah, but like I'll just stand there not moving and glistening.
No, you won't. Let's face it, once you've had 2 beers.
Yeah, I know. See, that's the only, like, prime time, it'll just look weird if I show up with a mullet, glasses, and not fake tanned.
Well, we can fake tan you. We just have to make sure it's, like, washed off before we go.
But then I won't be tanned.
Oh, yeah, because you got soccer as well, right?
But it has to look, like, it has to look
Yeah,
super
well, we
shitty.
can't do that, and then you go to somebody
No, I
else's
think I'm going to
house.
do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
No, you can't, Derek. That's a really bad guest,
No.
and we won't get invited to parties ever again because of you and your fake tan needs.
I don't want to go to
your fake tan addiction.
I didn't want to go to this party, so this is my way of getting out of it, is running the party with fake tan. Sorry, Steph and Roger and everyone. It's not you guys. It's you guys. And instead of saying I can't make it, I thought it'd be better to ruin the night.
You know, you should just show up, like, shotgun 2 beers in the doorway as you enter, and then let all your fake tan just, like, slowly drip off you through the night.
That would be so
That would be,
cool.
like, real bad
That would
guest
be
stuff.
so cool. I was thinking, too, like, next time, I probably won't, just be out of respect to Steph, in all honesty. Actually, you know what, I might. I respect Steph, but this is, like, prime time.
This is prime time. It's like your alter ego. It's like like Tequila Raj.
Yeah, but not an asshole like Roger. Not Tequila Raj. He's chill. Roger. I've actually, prime time. That would be sweet one day, just to go dressed as him to like a park day and just crush beers, but just have it all.
Babe, I feel like you're really gonna blur the lines between what's real and what's prime time.
I don't understand what you're talking about. That's right. Primetime doesn't know what you're talking about, baby. Living in the fast lanes.
It's gonna be like, have you seen the documentary Jim and Andy?
Yes.
With Jim Carrey and
himself?
No, Andy, what's his face? Man on the Moon.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's gonna be you in Gilbert Furious. You're just not gonna know who's who.
Yeah, or like in the
Mr.
McMahon documentary, in the trailer, he's like, in this business, the line between reality and show business is blurred. Some people get lost in it. That'll be me, but I have none of the fame. It's just me here, and I'm like, oh, I don't know who's who anymore.
I feel like that's more like split personality. Maybe you should get you checked in somewhere.
I mean, I don't think there's anywhere you can pay enough money to take
No,
me.
that's very true. I don't think anywhere would take you, even if I did have the money.
No, I don't think they would. They'd like, if I'd show up there, and I'd be like, hello, I'm just here to stay the night.
To crush some beers!
To crush some beers.
Start shotgun, and they're like, yeah, we're not
They're
taking
like,
this guy.
This guy's not mentally ill.
He just likes to party.
He's mentally ill, but he's not mentally ill. Yeah, okay, well, on that, I feel like let's get our buy in this. I feel like one thing, the buy and the sell sometimes gets lost in the end of the show. So let's throw it in the middle here. So last week's buys, I had Costco breakfast burritos, and you had Girl Time with Neo and Juliet.
Yeah, that was a good buy.
do you have a new buy of the week? Oh, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Mine is buy of the week, McDonald's hamburger, no pickles. Again, highly recommend trying it if you haven't. If you're feeling crazy, this is what I might do. I might ask them to make mine with no pickles, add mayo. And then all of a sudden, like, that's the one thing I thought. I was sitting there eating and I was like, this is really good. Like, I was like, oh, wow, this is good. But you know why I don't have one of them in my pockets at all times? Because there's no mayo on it.
I can just imagine what would happen there. It would be, you don't take it out of your pocket, I put it in the laundry, and then there's just mayo everywhere.
Ugh, that would be disgusting.
That would for
Why
sure
would you
happen.
do that?
It's not me. You don't take it out your pockets.
Yeah, but who doesn't look for hamburgers in people's pockets when they do laundry?
I don't look for anything in pockets. I'm like, shove it in, and if something's in there, something's in there, you know?
The most disappointing used to always be when you'd have headphones, but this was back when there was like the plug into your phone headphones, and you'd accidentally get your iPhone headphones in there, and if they did still work, it kind of cracked and fizzled a bit, and then it was always tangled up so harsh that you're like, God damn it, why didn't I just
Honestly,
check?
never had that.
Oh. Okay, what, an iPhone? Yeah, you look like someone that never had an iPhone.
I empty my pockets.
I prefer, if it was up to me, everything would stay in your pockets when it goes in the wash.
Everything? I'll take note of that.
Yeah.
Well.
Don't put my stuff. Okay, so girls' time with Newell and Juliet. What do you got this week?
This week I went to the aquarium.
Oh.
And they actually had I've never seen the sea lion show there. They have.
Oh.
And they actually had the sea lion training show.
Yeah.
And Juliet loved it. She has like pointing at the sea lions and doing her Woody Woodpecker laugh that she does.
I'm like, hey.
And Juliet's just, she loved the aquarium. She's at the stage now where she like can interact with stuff and like actually enjoys looking at all the different stuff. So that was
it's
cool.
way more fun now. I'm looking forward to doing that with her because when we took her before, she was still so shocked that kids existed. So you'd be like, look at that, look at the otter, and she'd just be like, there's a baby next to me. Yeah. Okay, so my sell of the week last week was the neighbor's dog missing. Yeah. And if I don't know, I can't remember, was it the dog missing or their reaction that was on selling it?
I think it was the blasé reaction.
Yeah, it was and so just to recap in case I can't remember if I went through it all. The neighbor's dog went missing at like midnight or 11 o'clock. Me and Neve went looking for longer than they did, and they seemed very chill about it being gone. Yeah. Granted, they are very old.
Yeah.
And then thankfully the dog was found. The neighbor told me a few days later that someone put it in their yard at 3 a.m. And I was like, in my head, I was like, this whole situation from the dog going missing to the neighbor, it's all just so chill, which is crazy to me. So that was the thing.
Yeah, it was a bit bizarre. I don't lie.
To be honest with you,
what was my sell of the week?
The dentist.
Oh, facts.
That's like, I feel like that could be sell of the century. Just people hating the dentist. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna go with my messed up toe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might. It's hard sell on that. I don't know what happened. I'm thankful by now it's better, but I basically was like Saturday I played indoor, was feeling good. It was my first game back after no surgery and all that. So I was like all ready to get going. And then Monday comes and my toe literally is like I'm at work limping. And then by 6 o'clock that night, I have to bow out of soccer practice, which then means that I miss Wednesday soccer as well. And then I was thankful that I was able to play yesterday's game, and now I get the game on Saturday, so I'm back in it. So as much as my sell was my messed up toe, I'm grateful that it was only for a few days. Yeah. Yeah. And how about you?
My sell of the week was probably mixing drinks on a fucking Wednesday night and then feeling rotten the next day.
Yeah.
And not just like feeling rotten the next day, but feeling rotten and knowing that you're working a 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing I can do. I've just got to power through this hangover. And
that's fair. Yeah. Connor, Connor's coming to watch the baby tomorrow as we go to this Halloween party. Him and Brianna. Shout out to Connor and Brianna. Thank you. whoop, whoop, your heroes. And Connor said he was like, great, kindly, he was like, go ham, man. You guys have a night off and like party. And I was like, thank you. And we will, but we won't go as ham just because like the more you go ham and stay up late one night, it's just going to be a way rougher next day with a baby. Yeah. Like it was a little more chill when she was a little baby because she'd sleep twice a day for hours on end. Is that her?
I think so. Wait.
Is that her? Sorry. I just could hear this like, ooh, ow. Oh, she's crying. That's what it is. Oh, baby.
Wait, I think she...
All right, sorry about that little break there. Yeah, we're back. And Neve, you were talking about mixed drinks on a Wednesday.
Yeah, just don't do it, guys. Bad idea. Yeah, really bad idea.
Bad idea there. Okay, well, do you want to go on to our people of the week? Or should we save that a bit?
I'm down to do that.
Do you want to go first, or shall I?
I can go first.
Okay, let's hear it. Last week, your person of the week was Sewa.
This week, my person of the week is... Drumroll, please. Benita.
Oh, Benita.
Yeah, so my friend Benita came with me to the aquarium with Juliet, and Benita's just such a good person. Like she is such a good friend. She's probably one of the first friends that I made in Canada. In fact, I think she like is the first girlfriend that I made in Canada.
Cool. Very cool.
And she's just like treated me like family ever since I've entered her life. Like awesome. I've like hung out with her mom and her little brother and her other brother and her sister. I went and stayed up with them in High Level twice. And yeah, she's just always been like treated me like a family member. And even though we don't see each other as often as we used to, we get together and it's just like such a good vibe.
Shout out Benita.
Yeah, shout out Benita. Thank you, Benita, I have a lot of love for that chica.
That's awesome. Yeah, Benita's a good one. She's one of them good ones there.
She is one of them real good ones there.
All right, nice. Well, my person last week was Dylan Wild, so shout out Dylan. We love you. Woo, Dylan. This week, my person of the week, I'm going to give it to Carrie Kwok. I've known Carrie since... It's weird, okay? So my kindergarten class was AM, PM. Carrie was AM, I was PM.
Right.
So we were like technically not in the same class, but after kindergarten, we were. So we shared the same class. So I've basically known Carrie my whole life. Carrie's just always been we've always been friends. We've always had like shared a lot of common interests, like in sports, just like everything we do, like even just outside, like when we go drinking and partying, we just kind of always enjoy doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Although I think one of the funniest things, like as much as me and Carrie are similar interest, Carrie's a more thought out and measured person. like I feel like when stuff happens, I'm like already reacting as it's happening or even before it's happened, whereas Carrie like is able to like actually like be calm, cool, and think about what's going on. We were supposed to go to Angkor Wat together in Cambodia, but then COVID hit and then I had a baby. But yeah, Carrie, I love you, dude. You're a great dude. You're kind, you're smart. You're fun to be around, and I just wanted you to know that because you're a great dude. You deserve to hear that. So I hope you have a good weekend, brother.
Shout out to Carrie.
Woo-woo, let's go. All right. Is there anything else you're really interested in talking about there? You got anything you want to mind?
Got anything in your head right now? This is a little shout out. Natalie, my coworker today, not only did she give me pumpkin pie.
Shout out to pumpkin pie. Natalie.
They had a pumpkin carving competition at work yesterday, and she took all the leftovers. Our team didn't. I wasn't there, but they always do the fun stuff on Thursdays and Tuesdays.
Okay, so the days I don't work. Neve's not allowed to tell. She's on NDA, so she has a mystery job, but there seems to be a lot of partying and team building in it.
Honestly, I've said this so many times before. I really love my job, and I really love the like environment, and they actually really give a fuck about their employees, which is what I like the most. Like, I enjoy what I do,
Right.
but I also just think it's an awesome company. They supported me so much through my pregnancy.
Oh, they did.
And I've come back, and it's just been really good to be back. But I'm kind of pissed because every last Tuesday of the month, I think it's last Tuesday or first Tuesday, they do Taco Tuesday.
Oh,
and they order tacos from La
no.
Taqueria for everyone because it's right there, right?
Right.
And then on the Thursday every week they do, it's called HR Fun, and you do it every other week. You're in groups, do it every other week, and it's like they're team like game leaders, and you play 2 games.
Like beer pong?
I did beer pong baseball, but we weren't allowed to drink beer, obviously.
What kind of workplace is
Yeah.
this?
But yesterday they did pumpkin carving competition.
Yeah.
And they've like paid for us to go to like the ceramics place and make mugs and stuff as well.
That's super cool.
But yeah, so they did pumpkin carving. I wasn't there, but with all the insides, Natalie went home and we made a pumpkin pie. And then,
Wow, that must have been
yeah,
so good.
it was really freaking good as well. Like, it was
I
really
thought you
good,
didn't
actually.
like pumpkin pie, or was it you had never had it?
I'd never had it.
Yeah, that's
but
so-
I do like it.
My mom makes good pumpkin
Yeah,
pie
and
too.
then also, her husband homebrews like beer and cider and stuff, and she gave me a little mason jar of like hard cider.
Okay, so question for you. First off, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Hard cider?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just cider. I didn't realize it was a hard cider.
No, it's like we
cool.
in Somerset we call it rough cider,
Yeah.
which is just like homebrewed cider.
There's like pulp in it still. and
Yeah, there's
some
like
bugs
sediment at the
maybe,
bottom. Yeah,
and
like you probably want to like filter it, like
Find
put
a
it through
tooth
a.
from the guy that he's like, sorry, I dropped my tooth in there after.
But
getting
she's
out of the
like,
bath."
I don't know what percentage it is, and just before I leave, I'm like, Natalie, if I drink this whole thing, how drunk do you think I'll get? She was like, yeah, pretty drunk. So I'm really curious to try that.
Are you gonna drink it tomorrow?
No, I don't think I should drink it tomorrow,
Yeah.
just in case. But I'm probably gonna have some tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that on air? That'd be fun. Have
Shall
a little
we? Should
sip
we
of it.
taste it?
Yeah.
Okay, you do some talking, and
Okay,
I'm gonna go
Here's a
get that.
question for all our audience out there right now. Say you find out, like, let's take Neve's story, okay? So we're gonna just go back a bit, and we'll take Neve's wonderful coworker out of the equation, but we're gonna use the story of you've got a coworker that's making booze, and they like to make it at home, and they bring everyone this booze, and it's good booze. You're like, oh yeah, like when I say it's good booze, it's not like you're like, yo, you gotta sell this. It's just like it's homebrew, but it's tasty. And every few months they bring in this homebrew for you, and then one day they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna throw a party. Why don't you guys all come over? And then you go to that party, and you're going around. You're like, oh, great place, cool. And then they're like, hey, I want to show you where I distill all this booze that you guys have been having. So, you go with them, and they take you to where the booze distillery is. What if the booze distillery is their bathroom? And okay, now hear me out on this, though. When you walk into the bathroom, you right away get the sense that it's the bathtub they're using, and you can tell that no one showers in the tub. Like, the tub is clean as a brewery or a brewing vat can be. So you're like, and then the toilet's still in use, though. So how would you feel? You've had this booze, you didn't know, and then all of a sudden you find out it's brewed in a bathroom tub, and the toilet's still used as a toilet. Does that make you feel weird? Does that make you feel... Me, personally, I think I would just go soak in the tub. That's where I'd go straight away. I'd just go, all right, well, I guess it's been in me. There's nothing you can do about it, right? Like, you've already been eating bathtub sludge, or drinking it, so you might as well just kind of go all the way and go for a little dip in it. Kind of absorb the flavors of this bathtub alcohol you've been drinking. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
What do you think? What would you feel?
Well, I mean, I feel like if you can get drunk off of drinking alcohol, you could probably get some sort of buzz from bathing in it.
Well, I'd assume just between like your genitals alone, being submerged in alcohol would fuck you up pretty bad.
Well, yeah, that's why chicks put their tampons in vodka.
They do that?
Have you ever heard of that?
I
If
mean,
you want to get drunk without drink, I've never done it. Just to clarify, never done it. Interested to try it, but have never actually done it.
I don't think it'd work very well.
Why?
Well, like I think it'd work too well. Like I think you'd like if you dipped your tampon in vodka, I think you'd get fucked up.
Yeah.
Real bad, and then it'd probably ruin your vagina too.
I feel like it would burn.
It for sure would burn.
Alcohol, putting that up inside you.
Yeah, it for sure would burn, and then like vodka's the worst drunk too.
Yeah, that's very true.
So you just like if it was any other thing, fine, but vodka.
What about gin?
I'd dip my nuts in some gin.
I don't think it counts if it's your nuts. You'd have to butt luge.
Okay, but I'd have to warm up by dipping my nuts in
it. Okay, so we are about to taste Natalie's home cider live on air. Cling, 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 okay. Cling. Okay. Oh wait. Let's describe the look first, and then the smell. It looks like a cloudy apple juice.
It kind of, to me, you know, the mango juice.
It looks like it does kind of look like that.
It's still obviously liquid, but it looks
foggy.
a little thicker.
Yeah. It smells like it's gonna be alcohol.
You know.
But very appley.
You know when you go to a hotel, and the hotel has weird colors on the sink? It's like that.
What? Okay.
It's good.
It's actually really good.
It's really good, yeah.
I was worried because rough cider, as its name says, can sometimes be real fucking rough.
Oh, but, God, it's going down so rough now.
That's actually really freaking good.
Yeah, I could drink that easy. My only wonder is how high percentage now, because...
It's like juice.
Yeah.
That's dangerous stuff.
She didn't give you much to say that if you drank all of it, it'd fuck you up.
Yeah.
Huh, well, it's really good. So, Natalie, you said her name was?
Natalie, yeah.
Natalie,
Shout out to Natalie.
That was very good.
She's actually really crafty. She made this super cool leather bag out of all, like, recycled leather that she, like, dumpster dove for. Yeah, and then, like, the whole strap was bottle caps. It was super cool. It was really,
It's a shame
cool.
She went in the dumpster, because I have a whole bunch of old leather daddy stuff I could have given her.
Ball gag included.
She's like, you just gave me 19 ball gags. There's no leather in here.
I'm like, can't make a purse out of that.
That's really good. Yeah. It's crazy. So since Neve has this NDA on her job, feel free to speculate at what she does. Because I personally think that she is something military. Like, I think that she
definitely
might kill people.
Not, wink, wink, a super secret super spy.
Okay, so was that wink to me so no one was hearing it, or was it supposed to be heard?
Oh. I guess we'll never know.
I mean, what wink? I don't know. I just feel like you guys are doing a lot of murder there.
No comment.
It's
actually all murder.
Okay, so one thing I have a question about NDAs. Now, like, leaving the realm of your work for that, but so like, for example, Luke, he's an actor.
Yeah.
And when he came on the pod, Luke was our first guest. That was when we did the ASMR and intentionally, and everyone was eating the whole time. He was talking about at points of like, oh, I can't say that because of NDAs.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get how things with NDAs stay so under wraps, to be honest with you. Like, okay, for example, if let's say you're like, I don't know, you're like, you're in some like criminal trial, like some big case, or there's a lot of money involved, I understand that why the NDA would hold up, like if you got paid out on something like that, blah, blah, blah. But like, for example, you're an extra on a set, and I just feel like for some reason, like they're so tight-lipped and don't tell anything. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just tell? Like, who gives a fuck? Who are you?
Well, I think because obviously I've had that working in the film industry as well, right? You pick people that you can trust, and you tell them. And then, but you don't like you can't like blab about it to every person you see. You know, like, I don't think anybody does that. It's just like, because if you sign an NDA, you can get like sued to fuck.
Yeah, but if you're a nobody, and
Yeah.
like, let's say I'm like, oh yeah, well, like, because Luke was telling us about this scene about how they had to like stand in the freezing cold with these in the cold water,
Yeah.
and like they had these like things over their face and they could barely see,
Yeah.
and then he was like, oh shit, I don't know if I can say that because of NDA. So it was just talking about like behind the scenes.
Was that
stuff.
recently?
No, it was a while ago. So he said he was like,
wonder-
oh, I don't think it matters anymore because
Yeah.
that was so long ago. So he
Yeah.
wasn't like worried about it like getting out, but
Yeah.
just the thought of that, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, it's just weird because like.
Yeah, I mean, it's the general rule is you don't say anything until the thing that you're working on has been released. After that, it's kind of more.
I guess I'm just not in that
To
world.
the wind,
so
yeah.
Maybe you'd hear more if I just don't know anything about that, so I would never actually hear about it. Huh.
It's like when we were on set, it's like they're not gonna stop you from taking photos of stuff. You can't post that shit until the stuff's aired.
Right. Okay. Maybe we should get NDAs for people to sign that come on the show.
I don't know. I just feel like no. No.
What, you don't think we should get like someone comes on as a guest and we sign it, or
I-
like we don't want you like exposing the secrets of the show or anything. Sign this NDA.
What secrets? Us sitting on the couch? Like, what are
I
you planning
should've-
to do that they need to
I
sign
should-
an NDA?
See, I should have got you to sign an NDA. We're not on a couch. We're in our studio with our really nice sound dampening technology and our. Hey guys,
People
keep it.
can literally hear our baby
Keep
cry.
it down back there, guys. Please, we're trying to keep recording. I know you got a lot of other people waiting for this recording space, but it's ours till we're done because we own it. Fuck you, Carl.
Carl.
Sorry, that's our
Get fucked, Carl.
our backstage guy, Carl. He's a fucking loser.
Whoa, don't be mean to Carl.
Fuck you, Carl.
He's trying to raise 2 kids on a sound guy's salary.
It's crazy because Carl makes more than both of us. Like, we're paying our actual wages so that Carl can be the production on our podcast.
We're actually getting evicted tomorrow.
Okay, so I want to tell our audience this because there's some of them have been along for this journey. So our podcast, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually growing, but it's not growing like substantially. We've got 7 new followers since we started.
Oh damn!
So like, yeah. But also, so everything, like, I'm like, I had to sign up for all this stuff and like, and going through Spotify for podcasters, it naturally has all these things to help grow your podcast.
Yeah.
So I got an email the other day from Spotify for podcasters. Like, when I say it was reaching out, I think it was a triggered email.
It's like one of those LinkedIn ones that tell you to take an MBA at the Australian Institute of Business.
No, it's not.
I get a ton of those.
You get a ton of
I get a
those?
ton of those on LinkedIn.
Does everyone else get that? I don't do LinkedIn.
Well, you probably don't get them then.
But is that normal? Is that like,
I
or
think
is that just
so.
you that gets that?
I don't know. I think because I'm in an administrative role, like probably. But like literally, I can't count how many like DMs I've got about doing MBA, Masters of Business Administration at like specifically at the Australian Institute of Business.
Are they like, yo, come get an MBA and I'll give you this D as well? Since they're in your DMs? Fuck those guys.
LinkedIn's for professionals.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's no way that LinkedIn isn't just a dating app.
Imagine you're just like treating LinkedIn like Instagram, just all up in people's DMs.
No, I'm sorry. I
don't believe it.
No, I get that for sure. LinkedIn is I know what it actually is for, but I guarantee you there's a sub thing where there's like people that somehow they're like, how'd you meet your wife? LinkedIn. You're like, what? Or like, or how do you get? That would be a really professional couple. Like, how do you get all these girls? Oh, the ones on LinkedIn are thirsty.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's like that at all. I mean, to be fair, I feel like LinkedIn would be a great place to find a husband.
Well, I'm all in for marry for money, and the rest will fall into place.
Yeah.
It's kind of why Neve's with me. the money.
The Corolla, babe.
The Corolla.
Make up your mind. What is it? Is it the money?
Girls don't like boys. Girls like Corollas. Okay, but so I got a triggered email from one of the people at Spotify, and it was saying, congratulations, or like it was talking about like asking like what episodes would you recommend listening to, what is just a whole bunch of general questions about it, because I guess I think this will be our 46th episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. What it said is like we're in like a really really small percentage of people that make 45 episodes or 50 episodes of a podcast. So shout out to us for doing that.
Isn't that the same thing as when, like if you have OnlyFans and as soon as you post one photo, you're in the top like 3% because people always make OnlyFans and then never post anything.
Yeah, but I feel like it's undermining all the effort we put in to say it's the same thing as posting one photo. like
5 photos.
Like, no, we're at 46 episodes, and I think vast majority of our episodes are at least an hour long.
Okay, yeah,
so
that's fair.
That's
okay,
hours
yeah,
of
all right,
stuff.
okay.
How many?
We have done good stuff.
Hours.
So many hours.
Yeah, I know so many tricks with the mic now, like this, like. It might sound like you guys, I'm right here, but I'm actually across the room throwing my voice.
That's not true. Absolutely not what happened.
All right, I'm just going to come back into normal. So now I'm just back where I was, but you could hear I was way over there. I was like way back here before, and then all of a sudden I'm farther back, but it sounds like I'm closer to the mic.
He's just moving around at this point.
So yeah, like I said, I've learned a lot about mic stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That was.
I actually, you know what was crazy? I was at Bridge Brewery or the Bridge Deck having a burger.
Classic burger.
And there was something going on. It was a guy, and he was doing a podcast, but his was way more crazy.
At Bridge.
Okay, so it was. There's a crew. Liam Jeffries is North Point. Him and his buddies, they own North Point Brewing. And then that whole thing down there, I call them the Brewery Mafia. I don't know if they'd like to be called that because I don't think they're mafia. It's just they are like all the like the brewery crew is like it's a weird
the crewery.
But the crewery, it's a weird community because like they're not.
Oh, is that on like Esplanade down there?
That whole because it's a weird community in a cool way because like. They're not competing with each other.
No.
Like the more good breweries in the area, the better they all do, and they all like so. Basically, what happened? They were all behind me, all these different breweries, the owners, and they were all sitting there chatting. And then this guy had his. It sounded like a podcast, but he said it was kind of like a radio show podcast, and he had said he spent his whole life working in radio.
Oh, crazy.
And so I just picked his brain about like audio stuff, but it was just cool to see that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. And then, like, to see someone, his name was Eddie, and just to see someone that had done radio for that long, I just thought it was really cool to meet someone. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So, is there anything else, or should we wrap her up for the evening?
I'm done.
So, I think we should end the night on one of the more classic songs of the week. Where is it here? I can't remember. There it is. Here we go, baby.
This tune from Derek here.
Shout out to all the lovers. Here we go. Girls don't like boys, girls like Corollas. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. We'll see you next week. Woo!
Bye.